Magneto creating a meteor. Storm and Forge back to the team. Hulk making an appearance. Logan having his adamantium ripped out. Insane fights happen in the newly released episode 9 of X-Men 97, alongside character development and a lot of drama. Stay tuned until the end of the video to check out all the details of this penultimate episode. Welcome to Comic Chronicles. Episode 9 starts with Xavier waking up in the destroyed X-Mansion, while Magneto puts on his classic suit and starts lifting various rocks from the ocean, forming the meteor, which was built in the classic X-Men series to take all mutants off the Earth and live outside of it, but Magneto was betrayed, and the meteor was brought down. Now, in this episode of X-Men 97, we see him rebuilding it. In this scene, it's interesting to notice several oil tankers standing still in the middle of the ocean, showing that nothing on the planet is working because of what Magneto did. Next, we see several Prime Sentinels deactivated, and Bastion crying for his mother. Then, we witness anti-mutant humans chasing Roberto da Costa and Jubilee, but they are saved by Storm and Forge. At the X-Mansion, Cyclops confronts Xavier, who abandoned them when he left the planet and left everything in Magneto's hands. Xavier says he wanted Scott and Jean to have a life where they could enjoy it, getting married and having a child, unlike himself. Rogue wakes up thinking Gambit is still alive, making it clear that she has not overcome his loss. Storm, Forge, Jubilee, and Roberto arrive at the mansion, and Aurora says that Forge has regained his powers. Then, Jean tells Storm that they are heading to Muir Island, where there are supplies, and Shi'ar technology should still be operational. This island is located in Scotland and was created by Moira MacTaggart, Xavier's former love interest, where she conducted experiments on mutants. Before we continue, if you are a fan of X-Men 97, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, so you can receive more and more content about this wonderful team daily. The X-Men then gather and split into two teams, the blue team and the yellow team. One would face Bastion and Mr. Sinister, while the other would go to the meteor to confront Magneto. They say Magneto has set back the planet for centuries, and now Earth's electromagnetic fields are dying. Here, we see for the first time Roberto da Costa wearing his uniform. Xavier reveals that Bastion's brain registered him as a child, but when he visited, Bastion's mother slammed the door in the professor's face, saying her son wasn't a mutant, confirming that Bastion, besides being a robot, is also a mutant human. With all of this, it's clear that the X-Men are still unsettled with Professor X. Next, we see Rogue in her classic white and green suit, a nod to the comics. She talks with Xavier, but Magneto shows up, carrying the meteor, with the aurora borealis shining around the meteor. Magneto accuses Xavier of abandoning the mutants and not seeing the extermination that happened in Genosha. He also says that he tried to do things Xavier's way but failed, now it will be his way, offering the opportunity to have a new home outside Earth, a new Genosha. Rogue, still resentful towards the X-Men, joins Magneto, stating that Storm turned her back on the team and that no one else was in Genosha while she was. Roberto, due to his mother's actions and the persecution he faced, also accepts Magneto's offer. In Muir Island, there is a garage with a ship and the classic X-Men suits. Scott talks to Cable and asks him to trust Jean, saying that she and Madeline were the strongest people he knew, and he gives Cable a uniform. This moment stands out as a reference to the joke in the X-Men movie from the 2000s, where the director didn't want the comic book suits and made a joke about yellow spandex. Here, it's reversed, and Scott mentions black leather.
They go outside in these things. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Almost forgot.
Oh, am I going to war or a circus?
What'd you expect? Black leather?
It's also interesting to note that Xavier defends Magneto to the US president, stating that he didn't leave mutants and the planet in the hands of a lunatic but in the hands of someone who has suffered in many ways because of humans, fearing what would happen if the union of humans and mutants went wrong. The president gives an ultimatum that if they don't stop Magneto, mutants will be hunted. Beast and Forge build a necklace using the technology of power-inhibiting collars. This necklace will neutralize Bastion's control over the Sentinels, hopefully saving the humans under its influence. The team split up, all dressed in their classic suits, a beautiful scene that culminates in Scott and Jean saying goodbye at sunset, a very touching moment. Next, Bastion uses his powers and connects several cables to activate various Sentinels, leading to multiple insane battles. Storm and Forge are attacked by the Sentinels, while Jean, Cable, Morph, and Beast flee from the ship, with Morph transforming into Hulk out of nowhere, saying, "Morph smash." This battle is incredible. Jean enhances Hulk's blows using her powers, while Beast uses a Sentinel's hand as a weapon. Mr. Sinister appears, attacking Jean, and Morph morphs into Mr. Sinister to deceive Bastion, but it goes wrong. Beast tries to put the collar they made on him, but it fails too. Soon, Sinister starts controlling Cable, and he attacks Jean. Nightcrawler teleports the other team to the meteor, where Magneto has built a throne with Sentinel remains. The battle between the X-Men and Magneto commences. In the midst of the fight, Jean telepathically calls Scott, and he sees her being attacked by Cable's blasts. She tells Scott she loves him, and then she is gone, leaving us in doubt if she truly died or not. I hope not. Magneto silences Xavier, but Wolverine manages to remove his helmet. Eventually, Professor X concludes that he has no choice and invades Magneto's mind, something he promised he wouldn't do, but Cyclops stops him upon realizing the other team has not yet stopped Bastion. Magneto then places his helmet on the Professor and starts crushing his head, but Wolverine uses his claws on Magneto, injuring him. Magneto throws him away, vows to end it, and proceeds to rip out his adamantium from the inside out, thus ending the episode. In the comics, this battle against Magneto occurred in the Fatal Attraction saga, where Logan also had his adamantium removed by Magneto. He nearly died but healed and survived without adamantium, which I believe will happen in the next episode. They might invert the situation and have Logan actually die, but I believe both him and Jean, Storm, and Forge did not die in the battle. As for Magneto in the comics, Xavier erased his mind, leaving him in a vegetative state. However, everything in Magneto's mind transfers to Xavier's, leading to the creation of the villain Onslaught, a psychic entity carrying traits of both Professor X and Magneto. With all these events, I believe that Onslaught will be the major villain of the X-Men in this new animated series. This episode was also incredible, and there is still the conclusion, part 3 of this chapter, to close the season, promising great things for the series. The character arcs were well developed in this episode, and the dialogues maintain a high standard, as in the previous episodes discussed in past reviews. The drama is well constructed, adding depth to the story, which enriches the animation, focusing not only on action scenes but also on character development. If you want to catch up on previous episodes and videos focusing on some X-Men characters, click on the card appearing on your screen. Now I want to hear your opinion. Write in the comments if you liked the episode and if you think X-Men 97 is one of the best superhero animated series of all time. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to receive daily content and updates about X-Men, Marvel, and DC. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.